Hey Cancer, we're going to be doing your June 2020 reading up next. So I wanted to do an introductory recap. June's going to be a powerhouse. We will continue with our fifth planet in retrograde. There will be 2 eclipses, one of which will be your solar eclipse on the 21st, which is going to end your 2-year ecliptical cycle. It'll be a beautiful refresh, reset, and see how far you have come. Elevation point in your journey thus far, with a lot of beautiful abundant energy available for you to take advantage of as well. We definitely have seen where fear and failure can cross our path and be an experience that we integrate, but they're always of greater purpose, so that we can redefine our purpose and the definitions and boundaries that make us who we are. We can redefine love, how we see it, perceive it, want to experience it. We can open our heart to it, or we can remain hidden in our shell, yeah? And all of us deserve happiness and abundance. And there are many Cancers out there that have been experiencing just that and giving themselves permission to truly enjoy the view of where you currently are on your journey and how you can see that everything has led you to where you are now. It's a beautiful story. Stay tuned. Your reading's up next. Hello Cancer. We're going to do your June 2020 Practically Soulful reading. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. My name is Ali from Indigo Ascension. You can find out a little bit more about the work that I do as an intuitive energy healer in the description box below, where you will find links to my Facebook page and my website address. Now, the channel features fortnightly and monthly readings, and it's dedicated to those that identify as empaths, intuitives, and sensitives. Maybe you're on an awakening journey or awakening path. These messages are designed to be a conduit of soul healing, confirming what you already know, clarifying what you perhaps already intend, and also, more than anything, an activation to take you to that next level of your journey on your awakening, yeah? And awakening, quite simply, is a very practical experience. We are always evolving, growing, changing. We always have that ability within us to transform our lives, no matter where we're currently at. What else do I want to say? June is a powerhouse. If May wasn't a powerhouse already, June continues this theme, Cancer. Now, the next few months are going to be huge, no doubt. We've got 4 planets in retrograde. If you haven't seen your May reading, there's 3 readings, so there's 2 fortnightly readings and a monthly. I talk extensively about the 4 planets in retrograde. Now we've got Saturn, Pluto, Venus, and Jupiter in retrograde. We're really identifying the ways in which we're connecting, what intimacy means for us, how love and relationships were modeled to us. We're looking at boundaries and restrictions and the ones that we want to perhaps bust out of and change and redefine for ourselves. We're looking at the ways in which we've worked with the energy of expansion, what abundance means for us, and growth and opportunity, and how we've perhaps pushed it away from fear because it doesn't sit right with the structures and rules we've been grown in. We're also going to the depths of our subconscious thanks to Pluto and looking at our hidden drivers behind all of those things. And now we arrive in June. We've got our 5th planet in retrograde, which is Mercury. Now, Mercury obviously rules communication and is notorious and well known for its travel hiccups and communication backfiring and emails not getting sent or miscommunication, whatever the case may be. But essentially speaking, communication, the throat chakra, is our output, yeah? So we've had 4 planets in retrograde, and this energy has been infusing since May, and we're really working with this introspective energy. We're really analyzing and going deep and looking at self. And now is the time to perhaps voice what we've learned or put something into action with this 5th planet in retrograde. So expect the energy to rise and start to move You might have conversations, Cancer, with people that have been wanting to say something for a while. We'll notice that information has been hidden, or whatever the case may be. Things come in and out now with 5 planets in retrograde. And there's a distinct love-hate vibe to it. I'm not smiling because, look, there is no fear in the intense tarot cards within the deck. There is no fear when it comes to eclipses and retrogrades. Is it intense? Yes. Does change happen? Yes. Are we ready? Well, it depends on who we ask, and it depends on how we define what safety means for us. And for many people, feeling safe means the same old, and we're just not going. But we can't dream a dream and want something new without the investment from ourselves to truly change it in the moment, change the pathway there by making a choice that sees us take that next step, yeah? You guys are coming out of a 2.5 year ecliptical cycle, Cancer, that has been a powerhouse of deep transformative change on all levels, on many levels. This month, you've got a solar eclipse on the 21st. There's a full moon lunar eclipse on the 5th of June. So there's 2 eclipses this month. There's our 5th planet going in retrograde. We have solstice. It is a huge month. It's and solstice marks the turning of your season into your season. Okay, so your birthday season, your solar return kicks off at the end of this month. Connecting into Cancers that feel very calm, that have been through so much change that truly, if I was to say, hey Cancer, look at all this change that's about to happen, you wouldn't even be necessarily excited. It's not this, I'm not picking up on an excited energy, but I am picking up on this slow and wise approach to, well, I'll just wake up and deal with that tomorrow if it's on tomorrow's list, but for now I'm just doing what I'm doing. Like, I'm feeling a very calm vibe. And maybe there is this calmness about that stems from a deeper knowing that you have ultimately integrated a lot. You know, with Capricorn, there's been a lot that has been achieved internally, externally, name your thing, within the process that the ecliptical cycles have taken you through. The North Node was in Cancer. You guys were about where am I going? You know, it was about identifying and being grateful for everything that got you to here, yes, but there wasn't, like, when we lead the ecliptical cycles from the North Node, it is about see you later past, everything from here, like, it was of purpose, okay? And I can be unbalanced with that by not acknowledging it, or I can just be completely driven by the future, that is my only focus. There is no wondering, there's no regrets, there's no looking back in the past. But like Capricorn, if I'm leading the South Node, then it's about integrating everything from the past, yeah, really looking at it with a fine-tooth comb. And if we can do both while we're on an ecliptical cycle, all the better, Cancer, all the better. But Capricorn led the South Node, and that was all about making the past worth it, really revisiting the wisdoms of the past and what it taught us. And for Capricorns, it was about going through the past when perhaps they once didn't want to, or didn't allow themselves to truly look at it for what it is, as a shaping tool, as a personality shaping tool, as a belief shaping tool. So if you have Cancer or Capricorn, you know, within your chart, then surely you would have had focus on both directions and continually brought yourself back to now. So massive transformation cycle. You experience your final solar eclipse on solstice, and like all the other zodiacs, the energy that I'm picking up on the first 2 weeks are going to take work, you know, but don't ask a Cancer or a Capricorn to be worried about work, because you've done a lot of work in your ecliptical cycle over the last 2 years. There's a balancing in the first 2 weeks. And if there is a revisit that's needed to anything, a project, a conversation, a letting go that needs to happen, or a launch that needs to happen, this is the month. This is the month, Cancer. And I'm connecting into many Cancers that are launching into their next chapter of their life, their experience, their relationship, their career, their business, whatever the case may be, that creative endeavor. This is about bringing together everything since 2018, Cancer. And there was a lot. There was a lot. Your time to shine is here. This is what I'm feeling. There is wisdom in the quiet solitude of just acknowledging that there is only wisdom. There isn't an imbalance of emotion or tears even. There's just this gratitude and wisdom that I'm experiencing as I reflect on my last 2 years. Is what I'm feeling, Cancer. And really anything, because you know your boundaries, you know what you want and who you are and where you're going. And anything that fits into that, whether it's the perfect relationship, the perfect career, the perfect circumstances, the perfect opportunity, is but a blessing. And anything that does not is easily identified. Just doesn't resonate. I don't even have to think about how I feel about that, because that person just does not align with my beliefs. They don't fit into my life. I don't have to worry about their opinion. That thing that perhaps I was even worried about for so long about how to fix, I feel almost like a dismissive energy, like I'm just not tied to it anymore. Failure, gratitude, fear, purpose, love. What a beautiful wisdom lesson. As I'm sitting here and feeling underneath all this is humor, Cancer. I understand that a mistake is only opportunity to learn. When it comes to failure, this is what I'm feeling. Like I don't even feel the need to cry things out or to be despondent over things that have happened. Like you're integrating the wisdoms of the fear and failures of the past. The last 2 years is what I'm experiencing most strongly, have been leading you towards this higher vibration of love and gratitude. You are crowned by gratitude. You are moving into love. Underneath all this is humor. You've been led by purpose, Cancer. There was a purpose behind the failures and the ways in which your fears arose to be dealt with in the last 2 years. I feel like I'm even connecting into Cancers that are smile, like with a whole heart. Like you are not emotionally or mentally attached to anything that perhaps once even rattled you. Like there is freedom. It feels like freedom, or just a quiet sense of peace and wise knowing that everything had to happen. Like you have processed and transmuted this. You guys are good, you know, Cancer. You guys are good at retracting back into your shell. And retracting back into the shell can mean anything. It can be hiding away from responsibilities and the boundary lines that need to be put down. It can be hiding back into protection mechanisms where we are responding in the same way to keep ourselves safe, and interpret that how you wish. The shell, whatever keeps you separate from the outside world, from potential, from harm, from uncertainty, your shell has dissolved in many ways. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. I feel like I'm connecting into Cancers that are grateful for the wisdoms of the failures they have experienced and how that has created fear when it comes to love, but ultimately they are grateful for everything that has led them to where they are and where they are heading. Everything you have learned about love, you truly are grateful for the shadow and light aspects, Cancer, because it's allowing you a whole new wisdom, an opportunity, a lens to see yourself and your past in a whole new way. See how this is like an eye? This is you looking back on the past, Cancer, your journey to date and everything, how every character, every event, every experience had to cross your path for a reason. I'm connected. There's this energy that I'm feeling. Even when it comes to failures and fears, there's this jolly Buddha humor energy, where the things and you know what I mean, Cancer, you'll know those people that used to just upset your energy field the minute you saw the text or the minute you got a phone call, the conversations you were avoiding to such an extent that you were allowing boundaries to be crossed without addressing them. You didn't perhaps even know how much it... And this is a 2-year story, Cancer, okay? So this is an ecliptical cycle story. And I'm not discounting the fact that there might be Cancers that are processing the final dregs of this in eclipse season, okay? As you close off your final eclipse, you are eclipsing the final remnants of everything you've been working through in the last 2 years. And there's almost like a giggle, this jolly wisdom, like this Buddha energy. Look at it. This Buddha energy that you can genuinely, and it's not something, you know, some of these things aren't laughing matters. I feel it here, Cancer. And some of these things like had you at your knees and at the depths of a breaking heart. I feel that. But there is also this freedom I feel in being able to acknowledge it on a heart level and a mind level. You know, Cancer, that true change has happened when you are no longer reacting. Like you feel it in yourself, yeah? You guys, you are powerful empaths. You are so intuitive. You feel everything. You feel the energy of everything. And you'll know what I mean. Like there is just this freedom and this sense of peace that I'm picking up on, that I'm not even triggered by those text messages, the phone calls, the insults, the reading between the lines, because you guys are so good at that, reading the energy of intention, despite it being cloaked in, you know, politeness or perceived friendliness. You can read that energy. You can read the fear. You feel the fear that is emitted by people. But in yourself, what I'm feeling is how that it has impacted you. You are no longer feeding into the fear of others. You are no longer where it leads to your downfall and your failure, Cancer. Yeah? You're no longer allowing fear to be this buffer that you felt like you even had to put up a wall, put up a shell. You discovered that you were strong enough all along. You've let go, like those crab claws have let go of something, an old way of doing things, an old way of reacting. And you will feel it. True change happens when we know that we are not reacting in the same way. When we are actually responding, we are acknowledging, and what might look like an insult on the surface, we can genuinely see the fear underneath that. We're not taking it personal. We're not seeing the surface. We're looking at everything we have learned when it comes to our failures. And when an energy represents in our life as something similar to what we have been through, we recognize that and how to better handle that, what we will do next time. Those moments where energy used to impact us is no longer there, Cancer, is what I'm feeling here. Fear. It's not that you are without fear, but the old fears are no longer there. The failures have been of purpose and they've taught you a lot. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn, and you have reviewed and you will continue to review everything you have learned, and truly how much this has integrated everything within you, and how the journey has shifted from fear to genuine happiness. Wow, abundance. Look at that. What a journey. Okay, my loves. You're moving into the energy of love, crowned by gratitude. This is being deeply grateful for everything that once was, because now I see. Now I see myself. Look at that's an eye. There's a spiritual upgrade here to a more purified heart chakra. You know, you are speaking this energy, this healing energy from your heart chakra is coming out through your voice and the way in which you see yourself, your past, your purpose, your potential moving forward, the connections. You are grateful for everything that's happened in your life. I'm grateful for this. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And there have been many presentations of opportunity for growth in the last 2 years in your ecliptical cycle. Yeah, Cancer, such a good mother. You're learning how to mother self. You're learning how to mother nurture, love and gratitude. Love is the guiding energy, and gratitude is what crowns you this month in June. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And perhaps this is where that deep, wise, calm energy I'm picking up on. It's just a knowing that I know now how to discover the good in all things, regardless of what crosses my path. This is not about, oh God, what's going to happen. You know and can sense when true integration has taken place of a wisdom, because the vessel no longer holds that energy in the same way. There is a deep transformation that feels strong, and it stands in its presence. And it's when we are imbued and imbuing our environment with love, it is felt on deep core levels, Cancer. And how that energy comes out, how that energy infiltrates what we see and perceive and speak and feel. It's just, I keep feeling like a sigh of relief, like just this, like I've got nowhere to go. I'm not in a rush. I'm just this genuine centered level of being. You might very well be dealing with 3D routine and wanting to make plans for the future, but this centeredness that I'm feeling is strong and wise, and it comes with a story. A silent knowing is what I'm picking up on the Cancers that I'm connecting into. Like perhaps this solar eclipse energy in Cancer on the 21st is more so you have done that already, Cancer, and during your eclipse cycle you've been working with the retrograde energies. You've been working with the certain placements, the planetary placements that have given us opportunities to truly release the past, to invigorate ourselves with transformation. It's been a 3-year journey in many ways. The King of Pentacles wanted to jump out. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. There's a commitment here that you're wanting. The King of Pentacles represents commitment and wanting to commit to this new way of being, this new way of loving, this new sense of gratitude. And I'm committing to the path ahead, my purpose. I'm committing to my purpose, knowing that the fears and failures have been of purpose. And there's this new redefinition of love, this new definition that's wanting to commit through your life. And it's actually infusing you with a sense of gratitude for all things in your life. You're perhaps feeling deeply grateful for a love connection in your life. You're seeing that there was a purpose behind everything that got you to where you are now. You're wanting to commit to this new path thanks to the King of Pentacles that's popped up. The Queen of Wands, you're invigorated with this new revitalization, this genuine centered confidence, this expression of self and creativity and sensuality, and allowing yourself to be seen for who you are. Because in these energies, we're not necessarily doing that, are we, Cancer? We're holding ourselves back and we're hiding within the shell, hiding behind a shell. The Queen of Wands is quite the opposite of what the Cancer archetype might represent on the surface. What's with my shuffling today? The Two of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Six of Cups. Let's see if they want to come back out again. In love. Perhaps you're redefining from a place of fear into genuine love. Yeah? Because we can love from the vibration of fear, or we can love from the vibration of love, Cancer. It's all in patterning. It's all in how we develop. It's how we choose to perceive ourselves and our journeys to date and what we want and who we are and what we've been told to be. These are the purpose. This is the purpose of the retrogrades. You know, we're going to the depths of the pond to stir up that murky water, to really get to know ourselves. I'll move you guys over here. Wow. Hangman is underneath, and this is another ascension card. You are seeing things from a whole new way. You're seeing yourself, your potential, your possibilities, Cancer, in a whole new way, and certainly that can apply to your purpose and what your purpose is. You are grateful for the fears and failures that have crossed your path and how they've shaped you and how they've shaped your perception of self, others, and truly how you've been able to heal the concept and beliefs of love. That's what I'm feeling. All right, now with the energy that crosses you this month, this is what the soul cards are. You also have what I call the 4 quadrants. Now, this can represent the 4 weeks of June. This can also represent the 4 elements of self. In my healing work, I talk about it a lot on the channel, that we are 5 levels of being. We are more than just a physical body, Cancer. We are also an emotional body. We're an energy body, a thought body, and a soul. Now, how to best integrate soul knowing, higher consciousness knowing, is perhaps trying to really understand how we allow that energy to infuse those other levels of being, those other dimensions of ourself. Yeah, the mainstream world in which we live in teaches us very comfortably and quickly to focus on the physical, that which is tangible, that can be seen and held. Hence why there's such a pressure to focus on the outside and the physical body. Very little do we truly explore to the depths of the emotional body, because we're taught to repress it, to keep it at bay, to keep it in control. Same too with the thought body. You know, we're very familiar with it working against us and against our favor, but do we truly know its potency to support us with its maximum ability to be that for us? And there's also our energy body. So maybe those themes will come up in these tarots, okay, the tarot cards that are popping up for you. Maybe there's a story or a frequency or a general message that's coming through, but make no mistake, there will be an integration into the energy and the soul cards that are coming through, and how that all takes a picture and what is available to you in this amazing month of June. Okay, we're eclipsing old ways of doing things. I do see here in the first week, you've got the Emperor, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. There's a sense of wanting to decide, a juggling of what I want to commit to. This is in-out energy, okay? You might be experiencing this in yourself. You might be experiencing this in your current career or your path or a relationship, whatever the case may be. Whether this is your energy or another energy around you now, this wanting to redefine who is the Emperor in my kingdom. Now, the Emperor card, you know, that can be you and how you navigate and create and build this life, Cancer. It can also point to the most important man in your world. I very much think, as much as this is an Aries, it can be an Aries that you are connecting into. I feel very much it's Capricornian energy now. The reason I say that now is because I see this, and it is relevant to the last 2 years, okay? That you've been on an ecliptical cycle with Capricorn, and you were juggling. In this time, you were juggling what you wanted to commit to when it came to your kingdom. Now, this is how your story starts, is what I'm feeling. Okay, in the last 2 years, you've very much been juggling and in and out with your desires, with your drives, with what you think purpose is. Yeah, you've been redefining purpose. You've been integrating all these lessons about failure and fear. Probably even struggling to connect into genuine gratitude. Redefining what love has been for you, what you want it to be in your life. Maybe a male figure, the most important man in your life, is at play here, whether it is a father figure, a partner, a husband. Name your thing. There's this non-committal. I was in and out about how best to handle this, what to do here, how to take this forward. Whether that is an oppressive energy or a positive energy. Take what resonates. Because the reason I say oppressive energy is because the Devil card shows up. Now, don't be scared of the dark cards, Cancer. Well, you're not scared of anything now. You've been through 2 years of an ecliptical cycle, haven't you? You are here in your element. And here is Capricorn. The last 2 years has very much helped you redefine what love and commitment, legacy and purpose means for you. I can't read these as soul messages in any other way. The Ten of Pentacles is the marriage card. You know, maybe there is a marriage at play. Maybe there's a potential marriage at play. Maybe family is at play. This is the Dynasty card. What is the legacy I wish to leave? In the wisdoms I've learned and integrated, what am I truly grateful for when it comes to my purpose, my path, the purpose of my pain, and how I've learned love, how I've explored love and opened up to love. Remember the retrogrades, okay? You've been doing this review process with the zodiacs in the last month. We are now hitting 5 planets in retrograde when it comes to June the 5th. You've been redefining, Cancer, what your legacy is. You've been redefining how you've perhaps seen love and commitment. Maybe it always looked like this. Maybe there's a new way to experience it. I did see the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Wands come up in your pre-shuffle while I was talking earlier. The 4 of Wands is the marriage card. The 6 of Cups is a deep soul bond, a past life. Children are involved. It's an awakening card. You're very much awakening to new concepts of what it is to commit self. And you know, commitment is very much about letting down that shell, Cancer. Choosing not to wear it. Yeah? Because perhaps in the past, putting that shell down, putting that guard down led to all sorts of stuff that felt like failure, that looked like fear. Okay? Should I have said that the other way around? That felt like fear and looked like failure. But when we look at life and our path, our purpose, the reason for everything in a whole new way, we see that all of it is love. I know it takes a long time to get there, but you are moving forward, Cancer. You are moving forward towards a new commitment or a new way in which to view commitment. The Devil card is certainly a commitment. It is a deep bond with some positive cards next to it, though. To me, I don't see any shadow elements here. They've been integrated. Okay? You may experience a rise in concerns around potential ways in which we allow the shadow elements into our connections, but that is a natural part of the letting go of the old ways of thinking, believing, fearing. It's not where you're at, where I'm feeling, Cancer. I am feeling a deep sense of gratitude and peace, and a very big part of that is looking at that Devil card and either choosing to say, oh, that's a toxic connection. There are multi-dimensional meanings behind all of the tarot, and one of the meanings is a toxic connection, yes. And we can very easily flip the script. But it can also be a commitment, a non-ending commitment. It's a deep commitment. This is a 30-year mortgage. This is a marriage. It's a deep bond, for better or worse, yeah? So you can look at that. You can look at commitment as suffocating or as an opportunity to really feel free and know that I will choose to move forward and commit based on the wisdom I have gained from my light and my shadow, my fears, my failure, the love I have experienced, the love I know I deserve, the love I want to commit to. So see how that pans out for the second week, my lovely Cancers. But you are redesigning your legacy and what you will leave, the dynasty you wish to create, the family, what you are wanting to commit to and what you're really wanting to work towards. The 6 of Pentacles, there's a balance. I'm seeing this as energy within you. You are here in your higher self-expression as a Chariot. So your water energy, you know, is there in many ways, all right? But look at this. There is a balancing, there is a karmic balancing that happens with the Six of Coins. And I'm only going to suggest bring into balance your practical element, your thought element. Don't allow yourself to overthink something. I'm feeling these are energies rather than people. They could definitely be people. The Queen of Swords. She's a woman that does not allow her boundaries to be crossed. She can also, in her shadow element, she can be quite stone-faced and cruel and doesn't allow people in, okay? So it's about balancing these things. Know your boundaries, know but don't get to a point where you are cold and not letting love in, letting opportunity in, or whatever the case may be. There's a practical application to the use of this energy, Cancer. I was interpreting this as the Queen of Pentacles. It's the Queen of Cups, that's you. You're going to be relying less on your emotional body this month. In many ways, you might be heavily involved with this Mercury energy of Gemini season, where you are embracing the energy of the swords and you are on a mind level, able to help better understand your emotions and, most importantly, the emotions of others. There's a balancing here of the heart and mind. Look at that. The Queen of Cups rules love, rules heart, rules emotion, emotional intelligence, emotional understanding, logical application. The practical application of balancing these equally is that we have the gift of both worlds, Cancer. We follow our heart and use our head. It's a beautiful mix. It's a beautiful mix of energies. The Cancers out there, they will know which ones are needing more of one or the other, okay? You end the month with the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Look at all that fire and passion. That's exciting. It's a lot of communication, a lot of excitement. This is a gift from the divine. This is passion and creativity in the communication of such things. Putting down my boundaries that get in the way of feeling like this, acting on this, living life like this, embracing this gift. There's so much coming at you, Cancer. And I think you're even going to have to be pushing opportunities away is what I'm feeling here. There's a lot of energy in the last final 2 weeks. Like there's a rush. There's a rush of energy at the beginning of the week. There's a lot of passion energy. You've got a lot of wands. You've got a good balance of coins, cups, wands, and swords. And the swords you do have is a queen. Okay, these are mature energy. A mature way of having and holding our thoughts when it comes to our fears and failures. If you are in a review mode, Cancer, there's a deep sense of wisdom and gratitude for the path that has been. You will know the opportunities that are right for you. I feel like there is an investment, a commitment that is coming up for you this month that will be decided, that will be committed to. You will choose to move forward on a new venture, a new path, a new leveling up, a new way of living, a new place to live. It's this forward movement and rush of energy where perhaps you were once a little bit undecided. Now, when I say undecided, it's this non-committal energy I was explaining at the first part of the month. As sitting within your Emperor card, okay, with the Two of Coins and the Knight of Wands, I do see the month, or even where you're at right now, there's still an umming and ahhing about what path to commit to, umming and ahhing about how best to navigate the path forward, how I want to build my kingdom, okay, how I want to embody this Emperor energy, how I want to welcome this energy into my life, whatever the case may be, Cancer, but a commitment and a decision is made and you are moving forward. And it's like this eye on the prize kind of energy is what I'm feeling when I see the Chariot, the Devil, and the Ten of Coins. This is a beautiful mix of deep commitment, knowing that I'm going to push forward and this is right for me. It addresses practical levels. It addresses my human desires, my human knowing, my human practical understanding. And it's divinely guided by this higher aspect of myself that's guiding me. You're committing to a new path. You're redefining purpose. I feel I'm connecting into Cancers that thought they were one thing a couple of years ago. And this might even be to do with the realms of love. You know, take that however it applies. Like you're almost laughing at yourself. How you used to have a certain belief that now no longer exists. Because this is non-committal energy, this is commitment energy, Cancer. I'm connecting into Cancers that are perhaps like, yep, never going to settle down, it's not for me, marriage is, I'm not the marrying kind, I can't because of my circumstances, or whatever the case may be, is what I'm feeling. I can't make a massive commitment that feels like marriage because of my circumstances, because of my beliefs, because of my fears and failures, and it's like it's obliterated. This is fast-moving energy. Such fast-moving energy, like hell fast. Look at all those wands like coming at you. But this more so feels like opportunity, all right? Because there's a balancing here, that this commitment, this choice to take this path forward, this how you're navigating forward, what you do in June sets you on a path that ultimately balances the karmic scales for you, balances the most potent elements of you. You truly are the master of your emotions, and you truly are the master of your mind, Cancer. And perhaps the last 2 years was all about nurturing your mind, because you've been good with the emotions. You've been strong in the emotional body. Whatever the case may be, there's a justice type karmic balancing here of the head and the heart. There are two versions of you, two sides of you, and you've integrated them. You've integrated heart and mind. And it's practically, it is balancing things for you. It's bringing in the money. It's bringing in opportunity, bringing in those connections that meet you where you're at. It's karmically balancing, okay? And if the Queen of Swords, like I said earlier, if the Queen of Swords doesn't know her boundaries, then goodness me. She's also got this guy, the strong knowing of what my boundaries are and having to say no. And this is not conflict energy, because look at all this, the 8 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the 7 of Wands. It's like too many good things happening at once that I don't know what to do first, or I've got to take it a day at a time to process. These are opportunities, offers, clients, money, people calling you, wanting your advice, wanting to be around you, whatever the case may be. This is an exciting offer, opportunity. This is passion energy, you know. This could be people pursuing you. Name your thing. This is excitement coming at you. This is divine. Not everything can be divine, I guess, but this is the divine spark. This is what creates transformation and change. There are many opportunities for change for your path, Cancer. It's almost like you've embarked on this journey where you've reviewed your fears and failures, you've identified what your purpose is, you're grateful for everything you've been through. And I don't see any conflict cards here. And I'm not saying any tarot reading for you in the last 2 years wouldn't have any, because I'm sure there were a shitload. But you have come into it. This is like just rewards. You deserve this time, Cancer, and it is coming at you. The concepts that you have of love have transformed from fear, and you truly are loving where you're at. You can truly say that you are grateful for everything that you are experiencing. Look at it coming at you. There's a lot of excitement and passion here, and divine fire. Okay, being excited for the opportunities in my life, excited for the community, excitedly communicating, passionately communicating about who I am, what I want, where I'm heading, what's happening. You know, I know myself. I'm excited about these opportunities that are coming at me. There's a gift here that it opens up so much, so many different areas, yeah? Is what I'm feeling with the Ace of Wands. And the 7 of Wands is traditionally about putting boundaries down, defending what's rightfully yours, you know. You've been on a journey, Cancer. You deserve this. You deserve this. You deserve to deeply feel this sense of gratitude. You deserve to experience the highest expressions of love in your life. You deserve to deeply know what your purpose is moving forward. You deserve to put to rest old fears. You deserve to accept that every failure was perhaps leading you to something better. You deserve to be giggling like Buddha, to truly see the humor in everything, and to feel and experience this deep, enriching sense of peace within the heart chakra. You deserve to experience happiness. And more importantly, this abundance that June is gifting with you with your final solar eclipse. You will see that by the time that solar eclipse arrives, and it happens on solstice, which launches your birthday season, that you deserve to put down the boundaries. You deserve to put down the boundaries that get in the way. You deserve to put in down the boundaries that perhaps might tell you you do not deserve everything that's coming at you. You've put in the work, and that's what this is about. Sure, I can say it's about slowing down things that are happening at a fast pace. Yes, too many things happening at once. But you deserve to put down the boundaries. When all this good stuff happens, life is glowing, you glow. You are seen. You cannot not be seen, Cancer. People cannot not experience that genuine excitement energy, that genuine life force, okay? That genuine peace that I was feeling when I connected into your energy at the very beginning. I can't get away from this jolly, laughing, smiling Buddha. But how much did he have to go through to get him to that point where he can actually laugh at his oppressions and his failures and his old fears? It takes a lot of work. There is a journey that takes place. There's a journey that takes place, hey Cancer, through the fires of our own hell, so we can truly ascend and know thyself, know who we are and what our purpose is, see ourselves through the eyes of love, and that we are worth it. We deserve abundance, and that we deserve happiness. And that is the point you are getting to this month, my dear Cancer, where you will see for yourself that everything had to happen exactly as it did to get you to where you currently are. And where you are looks beautiful, abundant, and full of love, and something worth celebrating, and is definitely a strong clarity of the path ahead and who you are now, and who you want to be moving forward, and who gets to ride that chariot with you. We can have many connections and acquaintances. We can identify what parts of our lives need to be left behind and what we take with us. But not everyone gets to share your shell, Cancer. Not everyone gets to ride your chariot. You've already decided though what you want to invest in, because you know what your legacy is, what your dynasty is, what you're building, what path you want to take, where you're driving towards, more importantly. Feels good. There's a lot of beautiful energy there, a lot of excitement. And I do want to say be careful if you're not planning on pregnancy, because there's a lot of love. Pregnancy, commitment, moving forward, devil. You know what to do. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have taken the soul reading to that level, but that's all I see there. I can definitely interpret it as a soul message. Abundance of opportunities and happiness, my lovely Cancer, okay? Beautiful month of June. Thank you for your reading. It was amazing connecting into your calming, abundant energy. I trust you will have an amazing month, and I will see you for your fortnightly reading shortly. Take care and namaste.